Oseo.
Oseo.
Great. Sunday paper. Right here. Here it is. Coyote holds its place among us, like it or not. Down here it says, if there's ever a nuclear holocaust, Coyote will survive. That was our astrologer's pronouncement. Last Sunday we were celebrating Earth Day, Earth Fair, and all of that. And in that there was Coyote who grabbed a duck and sent duck down to the bottom of the ocean. Duck went down and came up with a muddy mouth, and that's how the Earth got established. Following that, what I'm celebrating today and seriously honoring is another creature, and that is the Gila monster. The Gila monster is a thick, stubby lizard, venomous, who is populated the southwest and is extremely ancient. The native lore, definitely is that when the Earth came into being, so did the Gila monster. The Gila monster is named after the Gila River running through Arizona. Tinalii is the Navajo name for it, and other people have names for this lizard like that. And here I'm just beginning in part one to honor this creature. According to science, as you call it like that, the ancestral or primal parent of the lizard, it goes back to 98 million years old. And the creature we see here today is 35 million years old. And then he sent out another edition into Mexico, usually called the beaded lizard, 10 million years. So that makes this being very, very, very old, and has extraordinary powers of healing. I'll get into that later. And here in my display, I'm showing something of that, culturally. Up here, culturally, this is a Yaqui ceremonial mask. We call it Pascola mask. It's been carved by, what was his name? Antonio Alvarez, about 30 years ago. So it's very interesting. The creature that lives in the southwest is mostly black, has a very black face. But the creature living there in Mexico is brown, so you call it Coyote Asali, affectionately. He's the brown one there. And you definitely know that that's who this is. The carver has put on top here carvings in red and sparkles of the scorpion. Definitely to say that he's hoyok, he's venomous in that. And also very interesting is that the lizard is really figured very often as, the skin looks like beads. So he's often, in Mexico especially, called a beaded lizard. The Yaquis have a slight variation on that, and they're thinking of it as grains. So the gold flecks on here are the grains, which is synonymous of the sun, which is very, very interesting, of a very ancient concept of the sun with seeds like the pomegranate, and that sends it out. And our word grain and warm, comes from all of that. And so that's the way that this is figured. Here, this is actually the beaded lizard. This is made by the Huichols. I have it hanging up by the nose there. Huichols, especially make a lot of figures of this. I should say, in Mexico, constantly, continuously, the craft, or the folk craft, features this lizard a lot in all different guises. So the beaded lizard is, endemic, throughout Mexican folklore. And here I have, this is a dragonfly. The name of the dragonfly, Tanile, is very similar to the name for the Gila monster, which is Tinalii. And they're both related to the earth. The dragonfly hovers over the water, so shows where it is, which is also not only the center of the earth, which is here figured in black, but also the source and the home of buffalo. comes from there. Down here, I have a very unique sculptural head from southern Mexico. The way the head is figured, he's styled like an ancient Mayan shaman. And the lizard's going through his eye and coming out his eye. So this is, ojos pequeños y brillantes. In the Yaqui ceremony, the ceremonials that wear full head masks made out of a rawhide, they have eyes painted for the face, but they're looking through actually a pinhole, a tiny pinhole. This beady eyes is mysterious, if not magical, and that's part of what is figured here in this sculpture with the lizard coming through the eye, like saying the eye of the sorcerer or the shaman, like that. And here is another portrayal of the beady lizard. The lizard in Mexico is long. He's longer, where the one in our southwest here is thick-bodied. And so usually he has a tail. He grows to about 3 feet. He's kind of comparable to the Minotaur lizard. Interesting that the Aztecs, who believed, their myth is that they've come from this region that they call Aztlan, and they are presently in the process of taking it today. People from Los Angeles have come down to meet people who are coming up from Honduras and Mexico at the border to challenge the Great White Father, in his security measures there. So very interesting. The Aztecs retained, actually, in their language, the name of the lizard, the Gila monster that is from this region. And so that's what this little piece is that I've plucked out of ancient Aztec. Huitzotl, which is from Tomotzlan. So Huitzotl is actually the Aztec name for the southwestern Gila monster. In the sky, a moon. In your face, a mouth. In the sky, many stars. In your face, only a pair of eyes. Behold me, the angry lizard. My wrath is terrible. Lock yourselves up. I make sparks fly from the eyes. I go about laughing. I come from the flowering patio, and my song is loud. At the first time I've seen